that truck you got's not a Ram. That's a damn Ram.
That's a dying Ram. I know they're like, yo, you could have said damn. Yeah, I definitely could have. That doesn't bother me.
Damn. Oh, so damn doesn't count as a cuss word.
No, like for me, it's the excessive use of it that I want to definitely take on my day to day. Like even saying, nigga, I don't have to incorporate that in everything I say.
Speaking of nigga, do y'all care that Joe Rogan said nigga?
No.
Oh, Joe Rogan said? When he did that?
It was a compilation. Thing is,
do y'all care that Joseph Sikora said it when he was talking to Amari Hardwick in the show?
Respectfully, we don't respectfully care about that point right now. Hold on, let's go back to Joe Rogan. Thing is, it was a compilation made of Joe Rogan where he was kind of describing situations where nigga was used and was saying and was when every time he brought up the example, he actually said nigga, and he didn't say the N word. He said nigga in the example. Did
he say nigga or nigga or something now?
Apparently, it was an A most of the time, but you never know with these. Some of these niggas. So.
Nigga, my nigga. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care as long as he's not like.
I don't care as long as you're not using it to shame, to put down, or to diminish.
That's my thing. And if you're just kind of looking to get away with saying it, like, oh, I got away with saying it, that's just annoying.
You know what I mean?
It's not like it doesn't hurt me, but it's just annoying as shit. Like, wow, you're so corny for that. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I think all white people said nigga at some point. I don't give a fuck. I just assume all white people said it at one point.
I told you. I ain't gonna say her name and put her out there. I told you about how I got my homegirl to say it. Country one.
Oh, that's crazy.
I said, yo, you know what this? I said, yo, you know what this said? She said, what that say? I was like, yo, this man was like, and I was like, oh!
Because it's annoying.
No. I told her, I was trying to get her to say it for the longest. She wouldn't say it. But how she said it, it was fluid. Like, I didn't process with me. I said, yo, you know what this said? And she was like, what that say?
She said it.
And I'm like, but she said it was mad. It was just funny.
She said it before.
She been practicing that. She had plenty of practice.
You can practice in your head. Doesn't mean you're always going to say it out loud.
Some Eminem's old songs mixed with some Tupac and shit in it. Yeah.
Nigga.
Okay, question. What was your first time saying that word? And what was your first curse word, if you can remember?
My first curse word was bastard. I said in the car while I was...
oh, that's a cuss word?
Yeah, technically it is.
Some people.
I was saying...
I don't like it only because, like, it's disrespectful. I feel like bastard is pretty disrespectful. Like, stuff, you get me mad enough and I'm like, you simple bastard. Like, I don't like saying it. It's a word that me and my mother both just don't like.
I think I was like 7, and I was riding in the car with my cousins, and the Ludacris song was on the late radio. It was #1 spot, and they blurred, and I was rapping along to it, and I said models and fat bastards, and it was like, you're not supposed to say it. I'm like,
I'm geeked.
It's in the song, and yeah.
Oh shit,
yeah, because I heard the uncensored version before, so I knew the lyric, and that's why we was riding the car. I said it. So.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I think I had to find a video in order for me to get this right. So I'm like, okay. All right. So one of my first curse words, I was 8 years old.
Let me see your phone.
What?
Yeah, do the yearly calculation.
Nah, so look, all right, so here's what happened. I literally went to YouTube to find a specific video, and the video came out exactly 15 years ago.
1990.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right, that's 2006. Cool. 2006 minus 98. I was 8 years old. Cool, whatever. So first thing I ever said, it was Tiffany played the video for me, and I repeated it. She was like, don't say that.
Tiffany who?
My sister Tiffany.
Okay.
It was like, Elmo got the just lining up. Elmo's a pimp. And she was like, don't say that in front of mommy. Like,
wait, hold on.
Don't say that.
My G, you was cursing off Elmo.
It was a besides the scene video. I thought I showed that. I showed both of y'all that.
You showed it. Was you cursing off Elmo? Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
I think the curse after that, I might have been like 9 or 10 or whatever. And this kid was like, he called me monkeys. And I'm like, I ain't monkeys. You monkey ugly.
Yo, this funny as fuck. He's edited himself so perfectly.
I'm like,
it's sounding like the Donna album.
that was good. I like that. That was good. I ain't gonna hit the beat on that one. No, I started to. But yeah, bro, like, what's another one? Oh no, I take it back.
Oh, we gotta let him go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, of
You
what?
remember the first time you cursed?
Except
In
for-
public.
Oh yeah. So when I was little, I wanted to be a songwriter.
Hey,
Right. I never tell people this. And I wrote a song, right? And I was in the car when my mom was driving. So I was 6. So my song's title was like, I'm 6, but I'm feeling like 66.
Oh, this nigga cultic over here. I see you. Go on.
So, and you know, we all know it rhymes with 6. So
oh boy. Okay.
that was my first curse word. And my mom the lyric was so funny, like it was so bad that my mom just laughed all the way home. I didn't write anymore after that day. My mom laughed all the way home. I think it was like 30-minute drive.
Oh, that's crazy.
She said,
6. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? I don't know what I said.
That's crazy.
like-
Man, your mom, how you gonna let your mom kill your dream like that, man? That's cool.
hey, what about the N-word?
But when we got home, she was like, I wasn't laughing at you. I was just laughing because
She was
Nah, she's laughing at you. That's okay.
like, nigga, that shit was terrible. Nigga.
but the lyrics you could have saw coming a mile away.
Hey, man.
Oh shit.
All right, so what about the N-word? What was your first time saying that?
Man, we was saying the N-word like that was just a part of. I've never not said it.
I think the first time, I remember the first time I said it with my cousins, and I'm throwing you under the bus. My cousin BJ, Naisha, and Eric. We were at my cousin Nicole's house,
Snitching. My bad.
and we were in Brooklyn or whatever. We was just chilling or whatever, and we was like running up and down the street or whatever, and we just found the ball and we found the milk carton and put it up on the thingy so we could shoot from it. My non-ball playing behind. Yeah, you see, I'm like isolating my word, like just picking the right words. Yeah, my no ball playing behind. Like,
He's like, I'm gonna pick.
my cousin was like, "Yo, D up," and I'm like, I'm open, like, what's good? So I'm on my cousin or whatever, and there's some other street kids too. And my cousin BJ, he's like, oh, that nigga broke his ankles or whatever. And I was like, nah, run it back. And it was the first time I said it. I didn't hard R it. It was just like, it was like, I know that word. Whatever.
Okay.
Run it back, nigga.
Follow up question. When's the first time you said nigger?
Oh man. I felt mad weird just now getting ready to speak. All right, first time I've ever said it. I think I was watching a movie with my family. But I think I said it to myself. No, Roots. That's the first time I said it. Because that's when I like really learned about the word or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was watching Roots with my family, my mother specifically, and I think someone was talking to Kizzy. He was like, Iggers don't stay in the house or whatever, something like that. It was just hard. And I'm like, I don't know what she called him, but I don't know what he called her, but I don't like it. And she was like, good, don't ever let anybody call you that. But yeah, that was the first time. But yeah, like I'll call I like, because I don't curse like that now and try not to. I would mess around with my mother, be like, you like what do you want or whatever, like jokingly with my mother. She would be like, boy.
You like you having Tourette's trying to fucking blow your
Nah, I pull the Eddie Griffin. Have you never seen him do it? When he hard R's it, it's the funniest thing in the world. Cause he throws his whole jaw into it. You're like, ew, why you do that?
Oh, I got one, bro. What's the first time you had to stand up for yourself? Like, not even on a play, not even playing. Like, you really had to man up and say some shit.
Before we get to that, first,
You always put mine on the sideline.
I was gonna say I like that, but you say what you saying?
first time I said the ER was on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I'm sleep.
Playing Search and Destroy.
Not you filthy.
Oh shit.
Hey, listen, man. They was throwing it at me. I had to throw it back at them a few times. Know what I'm saying? Little bitch ass niggers.
I think my boy Mike has the best one. Like he literally said, and we're gonna jump back to you, I promise. He made a video. He's in the hood, mind you. Like he's in the projects. He's like, yo, F you stink. What power while people are walking by at night.
Oh shit.
I'm like, yo.
He was ready for action.
You're bugged, bro. Nah, it's not as bugged as him and my other best friend dressed up as the KKK on Halloween.
Oh.
They didn't go outside, of course, but like they took white sheets and cut holes and got a dunce cap. I was like, you guys are going to hell, but okay.
Y'all was wild.
Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all. They. I will throw them under the bus quick. They.
Two can't walk together unless they're in agreement.
I wasn't the third clan. It was just Clue and Clux, not me.
That don't mean you didn't agree with it.
I didn't agree with it.
You was with them though.
I was not with them.
Oh.
I was in pictures. Therefore, I was not. I was forced into that.
Man,
So still your associates though.
I associate with them till I die. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
But onto yours. Say what you ask your question again.
Yeah, what's the first time you had to man up and just stand up for yourself, bro? Not even on some joke shit, like real serious.
I don't know if I could talk about that on camera.
I gotta go back to 6th grade, man.
About that girl.
Nah. Well, I didn't stand up. I was a bitch. I ain't gonna hold you. I took L that day. But it was what it was. You know, remember when we used to do zaps, and then whatever girl dad had put on your hand, you had to go ask her out.
Y'all did what?
It was called a zap.
That's probably the only lit thing I've ever heard from y'all. That sounds kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie.
Zap. So people using around, they was like, yo, yeah, the zap. They write it down, or you have to. They say they'll give you a girl name, whatever, and you have to go ask her out. I didn't do mine.
That's so trifling, low key.
Everybody else did theirs but me. I was too much of a bitch. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't do it. But the thing is, you know, but I think she actually liked me too. That was a messed up part. I think she was gonna say, I
yes. Oh my God, yes.
I knew for a fact she was probably gonna say yes, but I ain't want that smoke. I wasn't ready.
He said, "Want that smoke."
He said, "Listen, I just wanted to go home and play Minecraft." Okay.
Nah, I wanted to. No, we gonna leave that.
I thought he was gonna say, "I just wanted a nut." I'm like, all right.
It pretty much.
All right.
In a nutshell, no pun intended. No pun intended.
Pretty much, I wanted to let my seed soil a little bit, you know, not inside but on the outside next, or in a little baggie, well, you know.
Wait, so I'll ask you guys that after. I want to hear yours.
All right, so I was in a cul-de-sac. I was surrounded by a group of black people, and I was just looking around. I was like, okay. And I stood up and said, okay, all right. All you bitches.
You know what's crazy? I was literally seeing as he said it, and I'm like, I've heard this.
The cul-de-sac.
I said, all
because that's what I started thinking about. I'm like,
I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Okay, Jay.
I'm telling you, hey, Jay, you want to go to jail? You want to go home? All right, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody right there. That's my nigga.
Talking to. So yeah,
and that's another New York brother right there.
Built off of me.
He said, "Yeah, that shit was."
When Denzel came up to me for the role, I said, "Yeah, just
you
don't
were
fuck it up."
4 when that movie came out. Get out of here. That's an old movie.
My nigga got a spectacle of an old VHS tape with Zoe Stage in the cul-de-sac at recess.
He said, hey, look,
just pointing.
Hey, Joe, I want to know. What do you think?
Denzel point.
You think you can do this to me? You think
nah,
you
he really do that.
Let me talk to you.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm telling you, hey, you wanna go to jail?
Nah, but let me tell you the real story.
You think you can take my spot on the basketball court? I'm gonna take this basketball and I'm gonna go back to class and I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna deflate it.
That's Jimmy Crack Corn right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that looks like some more years on you. I'm just saying.
But let me tell y'all the real story. All right, so I'm in the bus, right? I think I told this to Dre before. We're in the bus coming back from not a home game, obviously, our away game. And, you know, I'm on my phone, and I'm texting what I think is the girl I've been having a crush on. And we going back and forth, you know, talking. Talking. I was like, hey, you know, I'm stunned that this bitch is even. This bitch is even talk to me. We're getting deep in the conversation. We're almost getting ready to date. If I sent the next message, we'd have been able to date, right? And I just hear snickering at the corner of my eye. I just said here at the corner of my eye. I heard snickering in the back of the bus.
I get you.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? Hey, look, this goes back to what Dre said. There's no coincidences. It wasn't a coincidence. Every time I pressed send, somebody started giggling. And then I looked back.
Oh, man. Been there.
And this nigga, and one of the niggas in the bus on my team was pretending to be the bitch that I liked, and he was texting me.
Hold on.
That is so trifling.
So he was pretending to be a bitch and saying some pretty weird things, sweet things to me.
First of all, hold on. Before you go, first of all, that's gay. Not on your part, but the other part. First of all.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was so waiting for it. I'm like, all right, so did he ever say no homo? Like, I'm waiting.
Never.
That's gay.
Never.
It's going to be there right there. That's gay. That's, wow. No, we're going to nix out that reference I was about to make, but, that's gay. Second of all, how did that happen?
Well, they had everyone on the bus had my number, but I didn't have everyone on the bus.
So you just assumed so you just assumed that she texted you without even getting any kind of verification.
She said name. She said this. First of all, I got the text.
Did you ever go up to her and be like, "Hey," like I was like.
Oh, I definitely went up. Trust me, I went up to him.
Her. Did you actually go up to the girl?
No, this was only on the bus.
Oh man, that's gruesome.
Only lasted for the bus ride.
That's so gruesome. I'm sorry.
And it was like, oh man, you look so good. And I was like,
that nigga's gay. He's hiding from himself.
He said, I want you to come over to my house tonight.
It was. I flipped, and it was like, calm down. I was like, calm down. This nigga up here tried to be it was acting like the bitch I like, and y'all saying, calm down.
How old?
I was like, I guarantee you, when we get off this bus,
I guarantee you.
I said, hey, that's a good joke.
That's a good joke.
When we get off this, hey,
when we get off this bus, we're gonna be squaring up. We want to go jail. We want to go home.
When we get off this bus, you finna get your ass whooped. So, and there's no coincidences. After 5 minutes later, the bus stopped to get gas. And I looked back, I was like, hey, bro, you already know what time it is. So when we got off the bus, I beat his ass for 15 minutes straight. They had enough time to fill up the bus and go get snacks. I was whooping his ass.
Bro, this man said, let me use this size 10 hand and...
Wait, did you beat him on the bus or off the bus?
Off the bus.
I was going to say, that would have been crazy on the bus.
It?
Everybody saw it.
Nobody stopped it?
No one caught it.
They all heard what happened.
Wait, hold on.
Too.
But you said that was your team, right?
Wait, hold on. Wait, no.
Whoa, wait, no, that's it. I'm mad. You said she was on the bus too?
His dad, that dude's dad was on the bus.
Oh, nah, the dude's dad definitely got to let it go at that point. I mean, because you know what your son did.
Yeah, you gotta talk to his son about some other stuff after that.
Like, if my son deserved to get his behind whooped, like if he deserves to have that fight.
Hey, son, you got something to tell me, son.
Don't tell me you like your Uncle Joseph. I don't want to hear that.
Have you told your mother yet?
Have you told your mother? Because you ain't talking to me.
I'm sorry. I'll call you back.
And how long has this been going on? Has it been since you were 5? Is it recent? Are you confused right now?
So my question is, how old were you when that happened?
Man, we had to be like, we were definitely in middle school. I know that.
Oh, yeah, he gonna do puberty.
I had to say I was 13.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like as a teenager, it probably wouldn't have gotten under you that bad. But when you're that young, for sure, I definitely would have.
I thought it was my bae, though. I thought it was my future bae. This was serious.
Bro, she was, imagine he said, yo, what if he sent booty pictures or something?
Oh, man.
He would have. He would have got more than hands. And I'm, pause.
What?
No, you say you gave him the hands. That's why I'm like, he would have got more than hands at that point. But I'm like, pause.
He means hands and feet.
Yes. I mean, like, he would have gotten
Not
scratched.
hands and meat.
Thank you. All right.
Hey, I always stay saying everything rhymes for a reason. That's my saying.
All right. So you said when you have to stand up for yourself or someone else. You said yourself.
Yourself, yeah.
Yourself. Oh, man.
Like, niggas was really getting on you. And this is not a joke to you, right? So.
I got one. That's one I'd rather just talk off camera, but one of the more important ones. We're still pretty early. I got jumped on my school lot by three dudes. I only recognized one of their faces, and that was the dude that kicked my lights out. Mm-hmm. So they had asked, "Yo, what time is it?" or whatever. And this mad older heads, like probably kids our age at that time, playing ball in the court, right?
Yeah.
And they were just heavy into the game, not paying us any mind. And my boy, he's floating, like my boy Eric, who lives with me, like he lives in my apartment complex, whatever. We go to school together and everything. He got new J's on. He flashing his little watch or whatever. Puerto Rican kid. I'm like, bro, yo, chill. I'm like, trying to show him, like, yo, chill, bro. We don't know who these dudes are. Because I'm always here. Like, I'm always here. I was always out there skating every day. And I'm like, bro, chill. I definitely don't know who they are. They don't be over here. Because when that's one thing I'll give New York, like, or anywhere. You know your hood. You know who not from there. They were not from there. And this dude was like, he said, yo, you got time? And I'm like, nah, I don't. All I had on me was an iPod. I'm talking about the original ones, bro. I had that in my goose. I had this big goose on or whatever. They tore my goose up.
You had a nano or the
nah, not the little white one.
Yeah, like the screen on.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the y'all. I
had just got one. Like my mother literally gave it to me. Yeah. So I see a hit coming. I can see this dude, like, they're circling me. Like, I see them doing it. And I see this kid go to swing. I immediately just duck in, gut shot. I just tried to swing. My glasses got flown off. I'm still swinging, covering my face. I'm hitting anything that's at me, right? Because I literally can't see. Mm-hmm. But I'm hitting something. So I'm hitting people, whatever. I remember I hit one and he fell to the floor. And then I did something stupid, and I turned my back to somebody else, trying to focus on someone else now. And I remember I got hit right here in the head, just right there, and like it stunned me. But I just remember I just hit right dick as hard as I could, just left hook right there.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Exactly, 3-on-1, and you know what I mean. Like,
you getting jumped.
Like, I hit as hard as I could. Like, I hit, and next thing you know, I got hit, punched right here, and I could not breathe, right in my sternum. Hard as I know it. And this is why, like, young boys, me, my cousins, my brother, we'd always, like, play those games, like, where you just, like, punch in your chest or whatever, like, eating those body shots. We used to always do that as a kid, but this was so off guard, I could not breathe. And next thing I'm on my knees trying to catch my breath or whatever, and I happened to look up, and that was it. Next thing, like 5 minutes later, I got a whole bunch of people staring at me. Like, I saw him run. You ever see Randy Orton, like, punt kick somebody? That's literally what happened. Oh, like, he, like, full on ran up and just kicked my lights out. I don't remember how it felt. I just remember seeing him run shit at me, and next thing you know, I'm looking up at everybody. That's not the whole standing up for myself point. Point is, my dad, he showed me how to stand up for myself. The dude that I was with, not a scar on him. He didn't even try to help me. The older heads that were watching, they just let it happen. And I couldn't cry. I just didn't have it in me to let anything out. I was just like, no one helped me. That's what I learned. Not everyone's gonna have your back the way you would them. Even though you should still try, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
So look, me and this dude Eric, we walk back to my house or whatever. We get right to the elevator. I'm literally beaten up really bad. Bruised lip, busted lip. But I don't look like I got beaten up too bad. But I do know I have a concussion. Like, I can't even see straight all the way. So I get home, but he walks me up to the elevator or whatever. And he's like, yo, can you do me a favor and not tell my mom about this or whatever? I look at him like, don't ever talk to me again, man. I'm like, you want me? I'm like, you don't want me to tell your mom because she'll ask you flat out why you were being a little pussy and didn't have your friends back. We literally see each other every day. I know your family.
No, you gotta say that shit. You a little bitch. That's a little bitch ass nigga right there.
No, in that moment, like, but I get it. He was scared. He was scared. But the same way I knew that could have been him, and I was telling him stop flashing his stuff. I got robbed. They literally beat my iPod out of me. Like, they ripped my coat trying to get whatever I had them, trying to find whatever they could have.
My thing is, why did they sneak up behind you with 4 motherfuckers? They couldn't have been like, "Hey, bro,
don't get me wrong. Like,
shit, or
I wasn't even a big kid then. Like, you seen some of my, I was a skinny kid back then. Like, I was a skinny 8th grader, 7th grader, whatever.
That's not respectable at all.
It's not. It's the hood. It's the hood, bro. It was just hood. But look, my dad. I go home. I see my mom. I'm like, she's like, baby, what's wrong? I'm like, I jumped. I'm sorry, Ma. She's like, why are you sorry? I'm like, they got the iPod. She was like, you're okay. I can hardly see, but I'm okay. Man, and she's like, I'm going to call your father. My old man, gangster, he came up with my uncle, and they both went into the park. After hours, those same kids are still playing ball. I don't hear the conversation, but here's the crazy thing. When I went back to school the next day or whatever, because this was a weekend, when I went back to school that following Monday, mad people like, yo, I heard your pops pulled the gat on these dudes at the park, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you weren't even there. How do y'all know? And from there, I knew, I'm like, okay, someone had to know someone who did it to me for that to be talking like that. Because those are grown, men. We're grown men. Those are grown men playing ball. You know what I mean? And I know they knew who I was because every time afterwards, they would always say what's up to me. Anyway, so my pops and my uncle, he said, yo, stay in the car no matter what. And he go in the car, next I just see my pops posted up. I see my uncle posted up. I'm like, I can't hear anything. They got music blasting, so I can't hear anything.
Well, what was
and he came back to the car. He said, yeah, they from Hillside, whatever. I'm like, yo, what did you do? I'm like, what did you say to those? Because they just looked shook as soon as my folks went over there. Here's the standing up for the port. I had to say all of that so you can get the whole standing up portion. I'm now a sophomore in high school, right? It's been 2-3 years since the encounter, but I never forgot this dude's face that kicked my lights out. My boy, I'm not going to say his name, but my boy, he was banging at the time or whatever. And, like, he had stuff on lock, so people would, like, listen to him. Like, if he had certain people that was under his job, so like, yo, you had to listen to me, you had to pull up when I say pull up, blah blah blah, like that. We got this transfer kid, right? I'm next to Rachel. My girlfriend is Rachel's in front of me. My ex, I said her name. Wow. My friend Rachel at the time, my ex-girlfriend are to my right. I'm like, and I got my friends around me too. And my boy calls me over. He's like, yo, like he was trying to get my attention about something. And I heard a voice and I just looked over. And have you ever felt your own body just, you know when you're getting hot, you feel how fast your body gets hot? Mm-hmm. Just radiating. And my girlfriend just like let go of me. She's like, I can hear her, but everyone sounds like Charlie Brown school teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Like, I'm like seeing red. Like I was so ready to get up and charge this dude. Because I knew who he was. He had no clue who I was. I got taller. I wrestled. I learned how to fight. I filled out. Oh, I was ready for a fan once. I don't care who you was. I don't care who you was banging with. I was getting my licks back. So.
Oh shit.
Because I'm like, I learned from then. I could never allow myself not to know how to defend myself, even if it's against more than one person. Because I tried. I defended myself.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? But I'm like, yeah, that's not happening again. So I get up and I start walking, and I'm like, it's just evil intent. You know what I mean? I'm just seeing red. And my boy, he rushes over to me. He's like, yeah, chill. Like, because my boys know I don't get mad like that for nothing. So they know I'm hot. My boy comes over He said, yo, you good, brother? Nah, talk to me. And I'm just staring, not saying a word, just staring. And the dude sees me staring at him at this point, right? And I'm just chilling. I'm like, yo, let me ask you a question. Where he from? He from Hollis? He's like, yeah. Strike one. I don't forget. I'm like, he usually roll with like 2-3 dudes. He's like, I'm like, yeah, he like 4 of them, but I'm like, yeah, I know one of them like fell off because one of them moved or whatever, but that's my G, like that's my little drop or whatever. He new here. Like 2 other dudes, huh? Alright. Like he know for beating dudes, stealing, hitting licks. He's like, oh, that's a lot of federal questions right there, but yeah, he do. He don't hit in his own neighborhood though. He like he do, but he don't. I'm like, strike 3.
You're out of here.
He was like, he did something to you. I'm like, yeah, he did. And he said, yo. I'm like, what are you doing? He said, nah, I got you. I'm like, I don't need no. I said, I learned then I don't need another man to handle my battles. I got this on my own time. He's like, trust me. Like, trust is earned. He's like, and I've earned that. Yo, called him over, whatever. And this dude, I'm still staring at him the entire time. I've never broken eye contact, right? And he's like, yo, like the dude got ready to dap my homie up. Come on, he's like big boss or whatever, and he's under him. I'm homies. My bad, I didn't mean to spell that. I'm homies with.
He said, I'm homies.
With the, I did, bro. I got hype. I had a lot of fun. Don't edit that in slow-mo, because I feel like you decided to look you do that too.
Who's gonna do that?
Homie.
You gave me an idea. Appreciate it.
Anyway.
Oh, he been editing the fuck out of these videos.
He has, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you. Anyway, he calls him over, and the dude got ready to dap my boy up. He's like, yo. And he was like, hold off with that. I'm just staring at him. Just, you ain't nothing. Like, why am I even about to waste my breath on this dude? And then I see another homie come up, and this is a bigger, like a taller kid too. Like, ain't no way you a kid, but he was a kid. He come over, he was like, yo, did I tell you to come over here? That's why I'm like, yo, my pretty boy homie got moved like that? You telling someone else to stay over there where they at? I'm like, all right. I'm just looking. I'm like, he said, you see this? You see this dude? He said, yeah. He said, you ever seen him before? He said, nah, bro. Like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm just like,
I hate when movies. I hate when movies do this shit. They just want to tell what the fuck happened, and then everything is.
I was literally just quiet, and dude just could not figure out why. I'm like, you really don't know who you are. Like, that's I can tell you just devious. No reason.
He got so many counts, he don't remember all of
them.
But
look. So my boy, he was like, he's like, yo, you see my man? You don't rock with him. You don't talk to him. You don't ask him for nothing. You don't do nothing. Stay away from my son. That's it. It's my bro right here. And he's like, nah, I got you. He said, yo, what did I just tell you? That didn't mean dap him up.
It was all cool.
He said, that's my boy. He said, all right, you see who it is. This is my guy. You don't bother him for nothing. Nobody does. And he said, my bad, man. He said, dude could dap me up if he wanted to, though, right? He said, right, G?
Not even that.
And I looked at him. I just looked at his hand. And I just laughed. I'm like, all right, man. Like, it was one of those, like, awkward, high-pitched laughs that I just couldn't control. And I just looked at him with whatever.
50 Cent's writing season 4 Power.
Oh, my God. Kind of like, it was low-key like one of those, like, just like, bro, get out of my face.
That was a coincidence. You don't see this in...
you don't see this right here
season
anyway.
4.
But nah, so he said, hey, yo, if I did something, you don't disrespect G. Like, I see my man's boy, I got you.
You kick my
shit. So look, every day since then, whenever he would see me, he'd be like, what's good? Like, yo. And I caught my homie, see him do that. He said, yo, you better be saying what's up to me. And I know you're not saying it to me because I just said hey to you like 2 minutes ago. And I put my homie to the side. I'm like, yo, that. Much love and I appreciate you, bro. He said, nah, because you don't be messing with nobody. And the fact that you still this person that nobody should be messing with goes a long way. You don't talk about stuff you don't know. you a good dude, man. You just chill. You always look out for everybody else. So allow someone to look out for you. I'm like, I ain't have that. I don't need that. I appreciate it though. I don't fight it. I don't bring my friends into a fight that I can handle. Even if I can't, it's my fight. That's what got me. Hold on. That's what got me so tight. Way back when we were in high school. I don't know if you were there for that. When Son stole our homie's phone.
You told me about it, but
that got me so hot. I'm like, bro.
You told me about that.
Because then the person that did it wanted to press me. I'm like, yo, if you want to keep it pushing.
It sound like a movie. Who is Son, nigga? You fighting the triads? What the world going on?
Nah, it's crazy because my boy knows the story. I talked to him.
You know Son. Yeah, you referring to. You know Son.
Son?
We know
Son is like the name we're referred to him now?
Yeah,
okay.
You know this.
Right, you know who he is. But, like, not that I have anything against him. I was just against how he acted in that moment.
Let's get on with the situation. We're going to wrap this up.
But, yeah, anyway, just, like, real moments, like you said, man, like, you just got to act on them in the time. Because when you wait, time passes, it's just like, does it matter anymore? It happened and move on. And for me, I moved on. I saw a lot. I'm like, I was hot because I remembered. But I wasn't about to bring up no age. It happened. Kids are kids. I don't know what he grew up to be, but I just know what he did to me. Ooh, bars.
Dre, you got time for yours?
Yeah, I'm just making mine real quick because we ain't got time to make mine. Didn't draw the whole story out. So, 6th grade, a lot of interesting things happened. A lot of growth moments happened to me in 6th grade. I'm just realizing that now. So, 6th grade, we come off the bus. And it's me, a few other people I know, and we cool or whatever. But it's a moment there that an argument ensues or a little joke session or whatever, and starts to get a little physical.
Oh, okay.
And I get tested because I'm the y'all know me from when y'all first knew me. I'm the quiet dude. I don't bother nobody. But at this time I'm fat. At this time I'm fat.
Not that.
And short and a little short compared to this dude. Anyway, I was still tall, but I wasn't tall as I am now. But
right,
I was fat. I was quiet, reserved. I wasn't out really boisterous. I didn't have all my confidence there, but that don't mean I wasn't a bitch. I don't matter. I want a bitch and when it comes to situations like that, anyway. Other things, yeah, but when it comes to that, no. So, so a moment happens where me and this dude having a standoff, and he pushes me, hits me. I hit him back, and we just looking at each other from right there. I was like, whatever he's gonna do, I was gonna do what I had to do after that.
Oh shit.
And it was a standoff.
That's what I've been talking about.
Everybody was in the circle. I didn't mean to I ET you. I was like, I didn't mean to do all that. Let's clean it up. But the thing is, because after we got off the bus, most of the days, everybody would be in a circle. And everybody's in a circle. And everybody was just stunned looking at each other. Because we was looking. I was looking dead at them. I ain't take an eye off nothing. I'm looking. Granted, at this point, I didn't know how to fight either.
So you looked like a school shooter that was just black.
Nah, I was just going to figure it out. Because at this time, I didn't know how to fight either. So if we got the fight, I probably would have lost. But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to back down with nobody.
That's what I'm talking about.
I care.
There's stepping away and choosing not to fight. Then there's like, yo, nah. You the hand on me.
Let me finish though. Because the dude out there, we both got mutual friends on the neighborhood or whatever. And the other day was chilling with the other dude was cool with at the time. And he's like, yo, he didn't think he was going to do that. And I was like, why? Because he thought you was a punk. I'm like, well.
I like that.
I'm like, well.
Nigga, a shiner for his misconception.
I mean, it wasn't even, I wouldn't say he got a shiner. It's just, I showed that I'm not going to let nobody try to punk me, no matter who it was. Now, unfortunately, later, the verbal thing, it ended up happening verbally, but I'll say that for another time. But as far as physical was, I did what I could. And what I was going to do, win, lose, whatever, I was ready.
Hey, even when you lose, you win sometimes, man.
Yeah,
because you fought for yourself.
I had a lot of physical and mental fights that year, so it was a very pivotal one.
Oh man, those are the years I went through heartbreak. So shoot, I'm right there with you.
Sixth grade?
Yeah, first girl I dated was in 6th grade. She cheated on me with one of my friends. Second girl I dated, one of my so-called friends started trying to get at her, and then kissed her, and then she was confused and she didn't want to mess with me, and she didn't want to mess with him. So yeah, first 2 girlfriends, both of them cheated. So yeah, I was like 6th grade.
6th grade.
While he was getting his heart broken, I was fighting and trying to figure out my.
He was trying to fight for his life.
I was fighting, telling jokes, getting joked on, telling jokes, losing friends, being in precarious situations. A lot happened in middle school. That's why I don't like too much. But I think some of the greatest moments happened from that time too. So it's like, it was
take it or lose it. Take it or leave it.
Before the jump I had in college, middle school was obviously it's puberty year, so of course it's gonna happen. But
you said you got jump?
No. For my being of knowing myself, being a better version of myself, jumped in college. Middle school was the other pivotal one that had the big jump.
What did he say to you? Make you want to fight though?
I don't know if it was something that was said. He hit me first, so I responded. It was a push, then a punch, then.
So basically, he was checking. He was just testing you.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah. That's what
he was just testing you. Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
But you get a lot of stuff like that. Some people don't have to, experience that, but I've definitely had those.
Keep in mind, this is in Raleigh.
That's what I get the surprise. I get the surprise there.
Here you go. This is Raleigh, but at that time in the neighborhood we lived in, it was a lot of.
I was gonna say that was in our neighborhood, right?
It was no. It was people. It was people that came from certain environments that emulated that type of energy from my hood. So even though it was where it was at the same time, you had the people there that was. It was a lot of interesting things going on in our neighborhood. I'll say that.
Oh, that's fair. Nothing more.
People that know me and where our neighborhood, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah,
that's crazy. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. I know I talk a lot, but I want to go ahead and I'll close this one out real quick.
When you gonna start your own podcast, man?
Oh, speaking of, real quick, I'll make that short and sweet. My team and I. We're working on logistics about trying to get them to see how operations actually run and function. But we will be doing it once we get our living situation set up at our new location. I'm not going to say it again. We've already talked about it on the show before. But, I'm really proud and happy with my current team and, the team that I'll be working with, my new set of brothers as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna take time, but definitely looking like sometime after we move in. Just getting things settled. So that's gonna be a little while. So yeah.
Okay,
but still, probably starting this year, maybe like a month after we get settled in place.
Okay, so in other words, his soliloquies and story times will be on his own platform before this year is out.
Oh, and it's gonna be an interracial thing, so it's definitely gonna be a lot of mixed stuff going on up there.
Funny anecdotes.
Yep, that's how light-skinned girls were mixing. Anyway, appreciate you all for being a part of the 2.5 LLCs experience. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Two black people can get together and have a white baby. It's called an albino.
True.
2 white people can't get together and have a nigga. I know.
But that is very rare. I know that reference, but still, that's very rare. It's very rare. The albino is very rare. Anyway.
Those are the light-skinned baby.
Anyway. Appreciate you all for viewing and watching and listening whenever it's time, morning, noon, and night, wherever you're listening and hearing this. We appreciate you all. My name is Dre, Zoe, Trav, and if you want to find us, all our information will be in the description of each of the videos or podcasts on whatever platform you're listening to us on. We appreciate you. And until next time.
Oh, hold on. And shout out to our boy here making big things.
Man, we don't gotta put that on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy doing big things.
You trying to get me robbed?
Nah, just blessings all the way around. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you.
And there's one topic we didn't get to touch on, but I'll say this for a viewer's sake. We'll possibly get to this, but I'll just say my thoughts real quick on the Isaiah Rashad situation. So if you don't know,
I don't.
Okay, there are allegedly two videos of him doing gay sexual acts that were put out on platforms that are visible if you go look for them. They're out there.
I ain't looking for it.
I ain't looking for that shit.
Just whoever.
I just didn't know that shot got down like that.
However, just say my thoughts real quick. So a lot of people in the industry that are doing those same things. They just don't have videos out.
He's doing it for the Squaw.
I wish you didn't say that. All right, this has been 2.5 LLCs, man. We appreciate y'all. We love you. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.